Okay guys, Freedom Dad here, live from the Shankill Road. It's the top of Shankill, Woodvale it is. And as always, we've got the PSNI keeping an eye on concerned parents who are going into the Woodvale Park and here to demonstrate against what's going on, guys, you know what I mean? So this is a well-known loyalist area. And, right mate, turn us around. So it's a well-known loyalist area, Shankill Road. Everybody's heard of Shankill Road. As you've seen in the papers on Sunday, they were trying to connect me to one of the Shankill butchers, which was a lot of nonsense. So yeah, I'm just here going to report it and maybe get a chat with some of these guys, see what they're here for, find out what's actually going on in this area that's bringing these people out. So yeah, I'm gonna sort of keep it at a wee bit of a distance, but you know, yeah, it's like I say, this is popping up all over the place, and one of my friends asked me to come down and just document it, so here I am. So let's go, guys. So yeah, I've had a relaxing day, so I have, guys. Everything's good. I got the camera. I'll tell you about it later, you know what I mean? You know me. But yeah, getting there, guys, getting there. And I will get it working. I need a memory card for it. I'll turn you back around to me. I need a memory card for it, and getting that's coming tomorrow. So I'll be rolling with that. I'm trying to work out how to do lives with it. It's got Wi-Fi on it, but you know, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And yeah, I'll probably need to get another one. I'll have to get an iPhone, so I am, for the camera. So all good. I'm getting there. It is a nice camera. I'm joking to use it, but I did try to get a memory card a couple of places, but it wasn't there for me, so stuck with the old camera still. Can't see your comments, don't have my glasses on, so you have to forgive me, so you can talk amongst yourselves. Right, let's get down here.
You right?
Alright mate, alright, Tony, how you doing? I'm live mate, I'm live. I see your sign. Sweet.
I've got the right thing here. You think you're homeless?
Thank you girls, thank you. Good to see you, mate. That's me rolling live, mate.
See, they're walking this park here because this is where the delivery drivers have been driving through.
Is it?
So this is what they seem to be walking here, just to show them that they've had enough.
Yeah.
Landlords, extortionate prices, giving out the foreigners, all the foreigners.
Yep, we'll come back and see this, so we will, guys. See if we can get a chat with the local boys that are building it. So, say it again, mate, sorry. Right, so what's happening with this park?
The delivery drivers are using it as just a drive-through to get from one side of the Shankill to the other side of the Shankill.
Right, and that's a problem, eh?
Yeah, it's a problem because there's girls and there's people walking their dogs, and nobody feels safe now to walk their dogs and play in the park and walk through the park. This used to be a shortcut for all people in the Shankill to go from one end of Shankill to the other, but it seems now the delivery drivers are using it as a highway.
Yeah, they seem to be a magnet for parks.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it seems to be.
Cheers, mate. So yeah, you hear that, guys. We're going to get a chat with some of these people, you know, find out why they're here, and bring it to you, you know. There's no point me just rattling on about everything. You need to know what's going on in these areas, and you know, these people aren't right here for the fun of the health. You know, it's every different area has people out. You know, I'm not going round them all, like, guys. You know, I'm really not. I'm leaving loads out. Don't have the energy to do it all. But I'll do what I can. When I'm asked, I'll be there, guys. If you want me there, I'll be there. As you can see, plenty of kids in the park, you know, so it's a concern. I have heard things, you know, I can't say stuff, you know what I mean, because I need to have the receipts. But there's a lot being said, guys. A lot being said. I'm going to do an interview this week, and geez, oh man. Yeah. Where, mate? Where?
No, there's one sitting there having this fucking bananas. So you've always walking in that park. Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So this is the local park, guys, as you can see, and this is a concern for the residents. So it is. They're finding men hanging about. I was speaking to somebody earlier, and they were talking about the school sports day. It was being the people were watching. They were in the bushes, you know. So this is just what residents are telling me, guys. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is just, I can't bring it as facts, you know what I mean? I can only report what people are saying, and you know, I've been around a long time, and I've been talking to many people in many parts of the world, and I sort of got a general understanding of when somebody is at it, you know. So yeah, we've just walked through the park, guys. So obviously that Land Rover will move. Let me turn this around. So yeah, obviously the Land Rover will have to move around here now, you know, so it is what it is. So I'm just going to let people settle and try and get a conversation. So here we look at this over here. No great. No great. Right, okay. So we're going to make a move. There's a, so we're going around a corner, there's a McDonald's, and that's where the delivery drivers are. Yeah, this seems to be a big problem right now, guys.
One man getting a license and 25 or 30 men using his license to all use it.
Yeah, that's, I've heard of that. Alright, mate. What's that? I know, it's facing me.
No, it's okay, best.
I'll keep you right. No, I know that, buddy. I know, we're all good here.
Local area here, huh? What? From the local area, yeah? Yeah. Where are you from?
So I hope you're all good, guys. This is Freedom Dad's channel, and I'm in the Shankill, top of Shankill, Woodvale, the Woodvale, and I'm with concerned parents. I think I've had enough.
Get everybody either side, so it's all seen. All your banners are seen.
Okay. So Freedom Dad and the Shankill guys been invited down to document what's been going on. So I'm just going to give you a good look. Plenty of support there coming from everybody. So I'm just going to get a wee angle to see if he's a wee look from afar. So I am. So here we go, guys. More concerned parents coming out, and yeah. Like I say, it doesn't take many when our citizens journalists here bringing it to the world. And there's our friends on the move, keeping an eye on us. Never far away. So yeah, I'm going to get over. I'll get a chat, don't worry. I just want to give you a span of what's going on. And this is all it is. It's just bringing awareness, guys. You know what I mean? Trying to get the word out. You know, trying to show people that aren't online, that aren't on TikTok, that aren't on X, that aren't on YouTube, that aren't on Facebook, that aren't on Rumble. That there's something going on, guys. You need to wake up. You need to get off Sky News and BBC News and stop listening to the News of the World. Or News of the World. They're not even here anymore. Sunday World. You know what I mean? The Guardian. So yeah, this is real life. This is happening now on the streets of Belfast. And you know, what else do they do? What else is left for them to do? You know, how long are they going to do this for? How many more are going to come out? What happens if another child is hurt? What happens if there's a Southport in Belfast? These are the kind of questions that we need answered, you know, because it is a volatile situation. You know, it's marching season at the end of the day. It's the 12th of July coming up soon, guys. You know, this is all we've got on our minds, but know these concerned parents, there's something going on here. And yeah, it's every part now, every part. Like I say, I don't go to them all. I only go when I'm invited to go and asked to go. Plenty of support. Oh, we got a flat tire, I think. Well, flattish. So you need to get some air in that, like. So I'm going to get back over. I'll give it another 5 minutes. This guy's waiting to get out. So yeah, beautiful scenery. Nice part of the world, isn't it, guys? Nice part of the world. You put them up with your faces. I'll come around. Cheers, mate. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. So concerned parents, grandparents, grandfathers, cheers boys, aunties, uncles, all out today, again on a Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday night? Yeah, trying to keep track of the days, guys, honestly. But yeah, they're just out doing what parents do to try and bring awareness to what's going on in Northern Ireland today. So thanks for all the love, guys. I'm just here supporting the local communities, doing what I can with my platform as a citizen journalist to bring awareness to these guys. You know, that's all it's about. You know, I've got an opportunity where I can do this. I can bring this awareness for the Woodvale folk and get a chat with them, and they can bring their grievances online to my platform, to the world. You know, and I'm not the biggest channel in the world. I understand that, but every little helps. You know what I mean? So the community are definitely behind these guys. Yeah, great support. So yeah, we're in the top of Shankill, Woodvale, and with concerned parents, guys. They've got some grievances of what's going on. We've got McDonald's over there, and they have a problem with the delivery drivers, you know, and yeah, that is what it is. We will find out more as we go forward, you know, and we have people that are prepared to speak out now and speak up, which is really good. Just getting a wee smoke break, guys. Been non-stop. Been here for a wee while. And yeah, when I'm down here, I always pop in and see my good friend Glenn. You know, Mr. X. Mr. X, yes. And yeah, absolutely amazing guy. Amazing guy. It's like, I feel like he's my brother, man. I feel like we're family sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just, we only have ones when you're like one of your mates and you just feel absolute love, you know what I mean? And everything he's going through right now, the persecution from the government, putting him through the court because he had power memorabilia from UVF and UDA and stuff like that, you know, and he also had a book called The Sands in the Hand, The Red Hand, I think it's called, and you can download this book online, you know what I mean, and it was wrote by a pastor, and it is telling you about Islam and stuff like that, so he has been charged with some sort of material or some sort of, I don't know, you know what I mean, it's a lot of nonsense, and we're going to get him off, you know what I mean, he's got good lawyers, he's got good friends, we've got other legal guys involved, looking up case histories and all that, so yeah, I don't know how they're going to get a conviction with this one, because it's just bullying our community as usual, you know, and like Ballymena, where they go in and they picked on the kids in the schools and stuff like that. They're very selective with who they pick on, and yeah, it's quite shameful, to be honest with you, and we are keeping a close eye on it. But this is the kind of thing, it isn't going to die down, you know what I mean? It's definitely not going to die down. it is only going to get bigger and bigger. There's no two ways about it, you know. As the word gets out and these demos are more regular and they're predictable, so more people will come out and it'll become a community thing, and people will start to pass stories and share stories and tell what's been going on to each other, because this is a problem we're not finding out. We've got in Dublin today, we've had what has been reported as a rumour. Some more these rumour guys that were causing problems in Ballymena. One of them has lost their lives apparently. And it's not good. You know what I mean? There's still violence and there's still problems, and it's still coming from a segment of the community. And I do go on about Islam and everything, and like the rumours aren't Islam. I understand that, but we know how it all starts. This is what we call soft immigration. I know it sounds crazy, but it's when they're bringing in people from other countries that aren't Islam, and leave it wherever you want, mate. That aren't Islam, but are still foreigners that come in and don't share the same culture or traditions as us, and they don't care if they sell drugs in our community, they don't care if they have brothels, they don't care if the area gets run down, they don't care if they have running battles in the street, and they don't care who that affects. And this is the problem. They don't care. You see, they don't care about our community, they don't care about our people in our community. And that's not me being hateful, far right or racist. That's me telling you what everybody's saying in Northern Ireland right now, everywhere that these people are housed. Now, there is good guys out there, and I will bring you one just shortly. We have got guys who have been here for a long time from the Roma community and worked really hard and put a lot in, and I am making a conscious effort to bring that to you and bring you all sides of the story and let you decide yourselves, because it is difficult. We aren't hateful people. These people are not hateful, they're not racist, they're not far right. They're just parents who can see what's going on in England, see what's going on in Ireland, and they just don't want it to happen here. It's always good to come down, talk to the old faces and talk about the old days. You know what I mean? Just talking about the jail again there and going on the roof of the Crum. Looking forward. I've got one of my mates has got photographs, so I'm looking forward to have a look at the photographs. And I think I was wearing an aluminous green or lemon. I don't know what it was. It was a high vis sort of thing, so I should stand out all right. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there was footage of me throwing a big lump of lead, trying to get it off the top of the roof, and it only landed halfway down the roof, which was a bit embarrassing. But and then on to that, we went on to dig through the walls and into the IRA main cells, and we succeeded in that. But they got the IRA men out of the cells in time. The army and that came in, because it was a Saturday night. Obviously, we started at 9 o'clock, both loyalist wings in the Crumlin Road prison, and it was to do with the conditions, guys, the conditions of the jail, and so we were slopping out at the time. We were having to do number twos in the cell with the cellmates and stuff like that. And it was just horrendous, and because of the segregation between the IRA and loyalist prisoners, we were getting out at different times, and there was go-slows and all sorts of stuff, and the prison officers were under a lot of pressure as well, and so we came off the roof with promises that everything would be fixed, and they never. So the next Saturday we went through. I'm sure it was the next Saturday we went through the walls, and what an experience! As I always say, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And when I was married, when my amazing wife saw me for 17 years, I used to always joke about that. And you can put that in front of the camera if you want. Has he got it in front of the camera?
Tell them what you want.
Read it out.
That's a free kid's pants.
The young team. So good memories, good times, and an experience that'll never leave me, an experience I'll never forget. All the prisons, being institutionalised from a young age, being through Kerr and Rathgale, and then Highbank, the Crum, Highbank, and then into England, back into the Crum, back, and it's just constant. You know what I mean? And it was it's something that somebody like me would dream of, shutting a prison down, especially a prison like the Crumlin Road Jail. So it was good to be part of that, and it's good to be around guys who were there with me, and yeah, memories, guys, memories. Some crazy memories in Belfast. But yeah, it's the most beautiful. It's this really beautiful place with amazing people. And yeah, there's tours now. We have people touring around and all that, looking at all the murals, and it's a bit of a holiday resort for people. Like, they come here, they go up to Shankill, they go up the falls, and you know, it's an experience. You know what I mean? For us, we've lived it. We don't really get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it seems to be big business for some of the black taxi drivers. Like, but yeah, a bit of history there, boys and girls. Hope you're all good. Let's get a really span round. So I'm going to see if I can get one of the residents to talk to me, tell me what's going on, so I can bring it to use. How you doing? So I'm not going to ask you your name, and I understand, you know, you don't want to go into the camera. Can you just tell me, are you a resident of this area?
Yes, I live in the Woodvale.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here all my life.
So why are you standing out here the night?
I'm here tonight because Mum was made homeless 4 months ago, and we need local people in our local areas. My brother is sick. He can't get a kidney transplant until he has a Sal Foundation. There's no homes for my mum.
How long has this been? How long have we not been able to get? I've been away, so I have in Scotland. Just had a wee baby girl and that. And so how long has this been happening where we're not able to get homes for our local people anymore?
It happened a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like I was made homeless there 2 years ago, and I went down to Homeless Active. They says I could be waiting ages, put me in a hostel, but there was 58,000 people in the UK homeless.
So why do you think this shortage of homes is happening in our mostly in, I wouldn't say most like deprived areas, but these are working class areas, aren't they? So what's going on?
There's other people coming into our country, people like legal immigrants coming into our parks, looking at our children. Where I just live facing that park, and there's just one see many of them walking around. Every other door where I live is people don't even belong in this country. I used to be able to go down the street and wave people. I don't even know anybody in my community anymore.
So it's not just about houses. Is there evidence of problems in the area because of this immigration?
Yeah, I live right beside Woodvale Park, and an incident happened 2 weeks ago or a week ago that there was a man showing his bits to the kids in the park.
I know the police are aware of this. Do people complain to the police? What do the police do?
Police just drive around the park. There'd be patrolling the park, but they were behind the bushes when they done it. But yeah, the police were notified about it, and obviously nothing's happened. Don't even close the park till about 10:30.
Yeah. So how does this make you feel? You've been in the Shankill all your life, and I've always grown up in here. I've never had problems getting houses and flats, and you know, it's always been all right for that. You know what I mean? So how does it make you feel to be in this today?
Sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. Well, have you got kids and children?
Yes, I've got two. I've got a son and a daughter, and I'm pregnant at the minute. I tried to ring up to make an appointment with my GP, and you'd say ring on a Monday. I rang on Monday, and it was 9 o'clock, and by 1 minute past 9, all GP routine appointments were gone.
Right, and so that's a big change as well, but that's a big change all over Britain, you know what I mean? What would your message be to the government who's basically allowing it, you know what I mean? I don't know who's in control. What's guys I'm doing in the interview, right? I don't know who's in control, Westminster or our politicians, but whoever's controlling this mass immigration into England, Ireland and Northern Ireland, what message have you got for them?
Put a stop to it. Stop all the boats coming in. Just stop. Put our local people in our homes first. Just put a stop to it.
Yeah.
And they're not welcome. Honestly, if we don't even feel safe in our own community.
Yeah, well,
that's why we're out today.
So what's your message to people who will be saying you're far right and racist?
Lord, I'm not racist at all.
Yeah. And do you care if they call you far right?
No, I don't care. No.
That's the general consensus.
I just stand on my ground.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
That's why I'm out today.
Because this is your area.
This is my area. This is where I belong. There's people walking past me right now, and I don't even know them. They're different colour from me.
Have you seen a decline? Have you seen it get worse and worse? Have you seen it gradually get worse? Have you seen when it started?
Yes, it has get worse. Years ago, you wouldn't have really seen as much. See now, you get on a bus and there's literally you don't even know anybody. You don't even know anyone anymore.
Right. Okay, could you, if any of your friends want to come over and have a chat, the camera's facing that way. If they want to come over, thank you so much for being so brave. And this is the time for people to speak up, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, and have a good night. You check, make sure I'm on. So, guys, you know, this is the residents from top of the Shankill, the Woodvale, and that's their words, not mine. You know what I mean? I know everybody calls me far right and racist, and you know this. I'm keep going on about Islam and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, this is we are getting Islam in, but we're also getting this what we call soft immigration, and it's immigration where we don't think we think everything's okay, and then everything isn't okay, and that's where we're at. This has been going on a long time. It's not just like the other day it started happening, and all of a sudden these people have started coming out. This has been a long-term thing that's gradually been a strain on our community, on all our communities, and it seems to be the loyalist communities. This is the Shankill Road. This should be one of the most protected loyalist communities in our areas, along with all the others. And that's, you know, I'm just saying it's famous, it's well known. Everybody knows the Shankill. You know what I mean? And we've got East Belfast, and we've got South Belfast, we've got North Belfast. All got problems with mass immigration, with the house prices going up, with people not being able to get houses for their kids, you know what I mean? And yeah, doctor's appointments, all that carry on, you know what I mean? So just going to get a wee smoke.
We'll get into these situations.
They let the other.
What's the username for that? Not sure. Freedom.73. And TikTok.
Excuse me, can I get a chat, sitting journalist? 2 minutes, your time.
Not on.
Off camera? Yep, it's on me. How you doing? I'm Freedom.
No.
It's on me. It's on me.
Not on.
Not on there. Okay, can I get a chat with you off camera and then can I? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but not on camera.
The woman with a.
find out any more? No.
Huh?
No find out nothing
No,
else.
much because that's. I thought I was picking up everything. I can still hear it. I can hear it. Yes, Captain, just realise that.
Hello folks, Stephen here. You might know me from my page, the Great Province-Wide Protest NI. I've been asking everyone, that page is on Facebook, if you want to get on the Great Province-Wide Protest NI. I have arranged a big protest at C.S. Lewis Square on the Newton Ards Road for the 5th of July. Remember that date, the 5th of July, the 5th of July, for the Great Province-Wide Protest NI first event, folks. Stay tuned. I'm sure Dad will be back in a minute here.
I'm not sure, just I asked.
Each journey loves Glenthorne. Back to where you came from. Where are you going away?
Yes, no, we're going to screen chat here and what was standing from. He's going to write aloud and write it down. Yeah. Talk to the next little bit. I'm scared. Sleep.
Kelly? 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 Like right this way. Much because that there's here, right? Say right that way. No, it's facing that way.
Right, guys. Yeah, I was just talking to one of the local politicians. Didn't want to go on camera. Didn't want to go on microphone, which is fair enough. You know what I mean? These guys will come round. You know, I really do believe this. I interviewed him as if he was on camera, just to give him a feel of what I'm all about and what it's about. You know what I mean? And it was a really interesting conversation. You know, asked him about what was going on, talking about the park and what's going on in the park and the things that they're seeing. So it's not hearsay. It isn't misinformation. It isn't far right and it isn't racist. It's happening. You know what I mean? And people are scared. We talked about your union. We talked about the state of the parliament. You know, talked about what direction we were going in, what direction they were going in. Very interesting. It's food for thought for me. And hopefully, I've told them a few things of what I think, of what I've learnt in Ireland and Great Britain and England. You know, in Great Britain, full stop. Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And spoke about how our hospitals have changed. Thanks to no risk, no reward, man. He brought that. And I told him about that. So I did. I said I looked at a photograph the other day in 1971, and it was a picture of all the nurses in the Royal Victoria Hospital, you know, and it was amazing, you know what I mean? And we were thinking, like, what's changed? And, you know, I was saying to him, because he was saying, you know, I don't mind doctors and nurses and engineers coming over, and I was like, hold on, I'm gonna disagree with you. You mean, so they're bringing doctors and engineers and nurses from the most deprived countries in the world, and they're bringing them here. That they're taking the best out of these most vulnerable countries and they're bringing them here because our doctors and nurses are going to other countries to get more money because they're not paying them enough. So basically we're not paying our doctors and nurses enough. So what's our solution? Bring in cheaper labour from other countries, which will make them countries worse. So nothing makes any sense, you understand? And I need to let these politicians know this, that, you know, this is the rhetoric, this is the reality of it. You know, because for too long they've went, oh, they're here to do the jobs you don't want. Yeah, they're here to do the jobs we don't want because you don't pay us enough money for it. There's people that are looking after women, old people, old men, doing the jobs that are really, really difficult in society, dealing with people with dementia and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? And they're getting paid just over minimum wage in some cases, you know. Of course you're not going to get people to do them jobs. It's obvious. So what is the solution to bring people in from other countries to take them jobs? You know, it doesn't make any sense. We've got the money to pay the right money to the right jobs, you know, but we're too busy spending that money. 400 million on migrant hotels in Northern Ireland, you know. Never mind translators, never mind all the rest, the mobile phones and everything else that goes along with that, you know. So listen, that's them. That's the politicians away. But fair play to them for coming out and supporting the community. I'm not going to get them on camera. I'm not going to do nothing like that. I want to try and build up a good relationship with these guys, and, you know, try and bring, you know, their word to use, because that's what I was saying to him. This isn't me, you know. I'm saying that the people need to know. I'm asking you the questions. This is what the people need to know. I can bring this back and I'll speak to my people, the use guys in my community about it. You know, the people, the public, the people on the ground, the people who are living in each other, suffering these things that's going on. So yeah, fair play to him for coming out. You know what I mean? The Woodvale local DUP councillor, and you know, that's all I'm going to say about that. Like I say, the next time, mate, have a wee chat with me on camera, because you've done really well, and it is good to have this sort of this dialogue together, you know. And you know, talked about England. I said, you know, how far are you going to go? How far is the DUP going to go before they realise that the British government doesn't represent us anymore? And we were both talking as unionists, you know what I mean? And it was like, I'm saying to him, I've got 2 Union Jacks on my arm and a Union Jack tattooed on my back, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if the British government keep going in the direction they're going, and all these councils keep on having Muslim Lord Mayors and more Muslims go into power, like Scotland, and the education minister and the justice ministers, two of the most important jobs in government as far as I'm concerned, after the Prime Minister. I asked, how far are the DUP going to go before they accept that the establishment of the British government does not represent the people of Northern Ireland any longer, and have they got anything in place, you know, for that day, you know what I mean? And you know, they're big questions, they're hard questions, you know what I mean, and I didn't expect any straightforward answers. So, you know, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is planting the seeds to these guys and let them know this is the direction we're going in. I know none of you want to admit it, but you know, until England does something a bit different to prove me wrong, then I'll stick to my guns. I'm sticking to it, you know. The direction of the British government is not in the favour of the Northern Irish people, you know, so I'm just going to let you capture the atmosphere.
We walk past.
What's that?
Can we do some bit? Yeah, put a short card.
They call them faulty tars.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to get a wide screen of these guys, so I am, and let's go. So we're going to head in our location. This isn't too far away, and yeah. So it's good that politicians are coming out to support the local councils and the communities. That is really big, guys. That is really big, and we want to see more DUP members coming out and supporting their local communities. You've got to stand with these guys, show your support. It's, you know, at the end of the day, there's only good can come from that, you know. But I think we're going to make a wee move. I'm going to shut down this live, maybe come live again. We just have to wait and see, guys. So. It's just a wee one from my community. Use Freedom Dad guys have been here. I mean, I'm here to report and bring a bit of Belfast to you know what I mean? This is Belfast, and yeah, I know some of you have probably never been to Belfast, and some reason, like some people from around the world that are on my channel, you know, it always amazes me. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, guys, and we're just going to go. We won't be too long, so we won't. So I'm going to try and get across this road without getting knocked down. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and I may come live again. We'll wait and see. I'm not going to promise anything, but yeah, it depends what time I get back at as well. I may come live later on just to say hello. If not, I'll catch you tomorrow. But thanks for tuning in to Freedom Dad's channel. And got you I wanted to really let you know what's going on. Like I say, a lot of people don't want us talking camera, and yeah, the councillor didn't want to talk on camera, but yeah, I got a good chat with him, and it was very educational, I think, for both of us. So listen, guys, I'm Freedom Dad, and as always, God bless.